Good afternoon, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Excuse, sir. Do we have another tournament today, sir?
Yes, so every day we have tournaments
Good
right now.
evening,
After
sir.
practice.
Sir, I couldn't
Good
join.
evening.
Sir, I couldn't join to the group day.
You can join the today's one, right? Only one day is even enough. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Right? Good evening, children. I have muted you all for a while. Now, someone was asking whether we have tournaments after the session. Yes, we do. Each and every day we have a tournament right now, right? And if you could not join the yesterday's one, you can join the today's one. And remember, these are just practice events, right? So these are just practice events. So still, not so much sure about the play, but I have few players. I saw some of the players who played really well, right? And let's go to the results, right? Let's go with the last week's result and see. And I will tell you how to check your games. I will check games. Oh, and of course there were some questions, right? There were some things that you have to sort out with me, right? So you just you can ask all the stuff here, right? You can put put these things in the chat. Either you can ask it when I actually giving you a chance to speak. Remember, once you start asking questions, just only please only only one has to speak at once, right? Okay. Now I'll unmute you for a while because I have some questions from Dulansa. Correct? Yes, Dulansa and Kalpesh. Let's take Dulansa's one first. Yes, Dulansa.
Excuse, sir.
Yes, Tavindu.
I also want to ask sir something.
Yes, I will be asked.
Sir, now to join for the next so do we have to stay in this meeting now, sir? Because last time when I joined in this meeting, the meeting went long and I was doing the tournament while the Zoom meeting was going on.
You can actually leave the meeting, right? Whenever you actually join to the tournament, when there's a timer in the tournament at the right side, you can see how long there's a right. Let's see. In the right side of this, can you see the screen, everyone? In the screen, there's a timer what shows you the starting time.
Yes,
this tournament starts in 28 more minutes. So once the tournament is about to start, you can leave the meeting. I was actually asking some of the students to stay in the meeting because they had questions, right? They had some things to ask, they had things to sort out. Okay, yes.
When I play with a friend, when we are playing, he just left the
game.
Just left the game, sir.
Yes. Dulansa, that might happen because of a signal, there can be an issue with the signal or maybe...
Yes, sir, I was about to checkmate him.
You are winning, right? These things are very normal, right? Sometimes the players purposely abort the games, right? Some leave the games when they are losing. And sometimes, but for this, you will get punished. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not going to punish you, but the IHSC banned your accounts, right? Then if you abort the games before you finish the game, and if you are losing and you abort the game, and your accounts might get banned. Account එක banned වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම leave කරන්න එපා. අනිත් එක තමයි even if your opponent had a signal issue, right? It might also come like that. Opponent has left the game, but if someone leaves the tournament like with the let's say with the problem of the connection, right? Connection එකක් මොන හරි වෙලා lost වෙලා යාව අයින් වුණොත් there's a part it comes to there's a question it asks from you whether you want to claim the victory or claim the draw. It's actually this question actually depends on the timer that you have select, right? අපි දාපු මේ වෙලාවත් එක්ක එක විදියට අහනවා. හැබැයි ඔයා ගේම් එක අනික් ළමයා දාලා ගියොත් ඔයගෙන් අහනවා ගේම් එකේ වික්ටරි එක ලකුණු ගන්නවද? draw කරනවද කියලා අහනවා. Right.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir. To me also yesterday it came, but I choose claim the victory.
Yes, that's the correct thing, Nitin. Yes, that's correct. Shakya.
Because victory is better than draw. So
Yes,
I
of
choose
course.
victory.
Of course, Nikhil.
I
Yes,
also
Shakya.
chose the same.
Excuse, sir.
Wait a second. Wait a second. I will get Shakya's question. Yes, Shakya.
Excuse me, sir. Are there any tournaments online these days?
You mean the open tournament? Who's putting these emojis? Yes. Someone's putting these unnecessary messages. Senal. Stop putting these other stuff. I can't see the important questions, right? Okay, let's say. Right. Sean is asking whether can we capture the king? Yo, you can't capture the king. Once the king was in a check, maybe you were trying to make an illegal move, right? That's why it is.
Excuse sir.
Right. And wait a second. I will first put the tournament link for the today's one. The moment tournament link WhatsApp packet. I'm going to put it here again. Right. Now I have put the tournament link to the Zoom chat. And let's have a look at the last week tournament result first. Right. Okay. And children, unmute, actually mute your mics. Okay. Because we hear some background noises.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, who is it?
Sir, my name is Sanuti. Yesterday, I participated in the tournament. So today also, should I go to the tournament?
It's not compulsory, but if you like, you can play. Right? If you like and if you have time, you can play. Right? And remember, it is not compulsory to play both tournaments. But if you like, you can play. But I have seen yesterday Dunal came first, having in a huge gap between the second player. Dunal, are you there?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Nimsara.
Sir, yesterday I haven't go to the tournament. Because that why today can I go to the tournament?
Of course, Nimsara, you can. And Dinuli, remember, Dinuli is asking a question. Whether what happens only the two kings are left, but if the two kings are left, it will be a draw. And tournament link the code the tournament code is 1234. I usually put a link, whenever we put the link, we have to put a tournament entry code as well, right? Usually we put these tournament entry code to restrict the foreign players. Right, let's see. I will check these names. Is Sasidhu here?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, Manu.
I go to game, but I can't. I only me on the game. Only me play two black and white. All
You play. You played one
black and white two. Black and white two. I am playing black and white all.
No one is playing.
No, only me play black and white all.
Right. So you had no ones to play. Now let's maybe
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
Nikhil, wait a second. Right. Now maybe Manoj, you might have to go through somewhere wrong. Like let's see. I will put the tournament's link to you in a personal message, Manoj. And everyone, I will put off the tournament password for a while so that you can easily join.
Teacher.
Yes.
Can you put video for me how to join the session, the chess game?
Right. Now, if for this, what is the device you use, Manu? What is the device you use? Phone, tab, lap. What is it?
I use my
laptop. So with the laptop, I have, let's look at your chatting in the Zoom right now. I have just put you a link. Double click the link. It will take you to the tournament. And then it will ask you actually to join. Just click the join button. But if asks you to sign in, you have to first sign into your account, right? So let me put off the password for everyone. Password product off karanna. So the others can also join.
We can play today.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Nikhil.
Excuse me, sir. I have two questions. Excuse
Yes.
me, sir. Can someone purposely ask for draw the match?
Can ask, but you can refuse, right? Whenever you click on the draw button or a game draw button, if you click the draw button, it will propose your opponent to get a draw. You can claim a draw. You can ask from your opponent, but once you click the draw button, you know, it appears something like opponents claims a draw. Whether you agree, you can put this button tick. If you disagree, you can put this. The opponent main button. If you click on this X mark, it disagree the draw. If you put click, it says yes to the draw, right? Draw kara known, but it can be offered.
Excuse
Yes,
sir.
Sean.
Excuse me,
Yes.
sir. You said
Excuse
today we
me,
can play
sir.
the tournament.
Wait a second.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, wait a second. I'll take Sean's question first. Yes, Sean.
You said we can play today's tournament if we want.
If you want, yes. Only if you like.
So I
Yes,
played the
Nikki.
last week's tournament.
Excuse
The
me,
opponent
sir.
left a lot of time.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Actually, the thing, you can always play the tournaments if you like. Either if you want, you can leave the tournament whenever you want, right? Now, let's say the tournament starts like, remember, it's not compulsory to play these tournaments, right? Only if you like, you can play. But whenever you want, you can leave the tournament. Now, let's say when the tournament starts, there's a timer, right? It shows the timer, how long this will take. Now, usually it will take 1 hour, right? But you don't have to stay all this entire 1 hour. But if you like, after playing 20 minutes, if you feel like enough, you can just leave the tournament by pressing withdraw. There's a button to withdraw, right? You can pause yourself, right? And then get away, you can put yourself out from the tournament by putting withdraw. You can, whenever you want to stop the tournament, you can stop. It's not compulsory to complete, either to take part, right? So first I will explain how is this going to happen now. What are these points and all, because some of you know these stuff and some don't. And I'll take the questions after that, right? Okay. Dylan is asking what is the question pause button, and yes, we already put the WhatsApp tournament link to the WhatsApp. Right. Now, think first of all, let me explain why did I, give you to play these games. I have given you to play these games, right? Because I actually want you to practice these moves. I just want to check whether you know how to play, right? Whether you know at least to move the pieces, right? But I don't worry about the persons who win or lose. Man damma balanne kawuda meke dinanne kawuda highest marks gun and all. I don't actually worry about anything. I don't actually, appreciate the winners yet. And then I don't actually blame the players who loses more matches, right? But I just want you to give a chance to play matches and to correct your mistakes, right? And whenever you click the piece, it actually shows you the movement, right? So it's easy to play. With this, we can start practicing all these movements. Later, we can correct mistakes. Mistakes and all we can correct, right? And in light chess, first thing you have to correct your names in the way that we have asked you to put your names, not in this way. Like all these 3 names are wrong actually, right? In future, sometimes we might not let you play these games without having a proper account, right? Now you can see this Ratnapur account is correct. This Onet, make it an Onet account. All these other accounts are wrong actually, but what I'm saying, I have just tolerated all these stuff and then because in future, this is, it's not actually my decision. The management actually will not allow you to play without the PRD numbers. So for this, we will make a team for Sussex, and the Sussex team will only accept the accounts with the PRG numbers, right? So not yet. So we are going to, we are not going to be that much strict at the first, because we actually want you all to practice. This is the first rule. And the second one, whenever you win a game in League chess, right? If you win a game, you get 2 points, right? If you lose, obviously you won't get any points. But for a draw, you get 1 point. But there are several ways that can draw a game. Actually, there are 6. But we don't know all the ways. So lots of your games will be drawn. And there was another issue. I have given you only 4 minutes yesterday. 4 minutes plus no increment. මම දුන්නේ විනාඩි 4යි. So it was kind of a very little time. 4 plus 4, it's only 8 minutes for a game. Today is 3 plus 2, which means there's a 2 seconds increment for a move. තප්පර දෙකක් add වෙනවා move එකට. පොඩි increment එකක් තියෙනවා. However, you will also lose from the time. මේ time එක 0 වුණොත් ඔයා පරාද වෙනවනේ. But for this again, you don't have to worry. මේකටත් බය වෙන්න එපා. වෙලාව ඉවර වෙලා කවුරු හරි you know like when we start thinking අපි කල්පනා කරනකොට වෙලාව යනවනේ. වෙලාව ගිහිල්ලා අපිව පරාද වෙන්න පුළුවන් නේ. හරිද? But don't worry for this, right? Don't worry for this, right? So the results actually comes according to the total of number of points you collect. Hari. There are 2 types of tournaments. I will explain how these tournaments are conducted, right? How you get the partners, right? And what are these points and all. ඊට පස්සේ මම questions තියෙනවා ගන්න. Number 1, there are 2 types of tournaments. One is Swiss. The other one is arena. We still play these arena tournaments, right? අපි තාම play කරන්නේ මේ arena tournaments. These are the practice tournaments, right? These are the practice tournaments. So in these tournaments, you all can see you get different number of matches. Now here this Sasindu has got 11 matches, but Dinitha has got only 7 matches. So it's not equal. හැමෝටම සමාන ගාණක් හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. It's an arena tournament. It actually takes you all are in the same hall, right? And whoever wins first or whoever loses first will get another game, right? Whoever wins or loses quickly will get another game. And the other thing is you will get, sometimes you might get the same partner again and again. එකම එක්කෙනාව දෙතුන් පාරක් එන්නත් මේකේ පුළුවන් because these are arena events, right? So don't worry about these yet. Don't worry about the partners you get. Don't worry about winning or losing. We'll just play to correct the movements, right? After few days, we will be able to play better games. On the games, so let's say that I have played with 2 players and I will take this Sasindu first, right? Games how do you do that? 2, if you want to see a tournament which you have played, you need to go to the WhatsApp group or and take the tournament link which you have played. Then other type of tournament, let's say that you have played the tournament today and you want to check it tomorrow, right? If you want to check it tomorrow, you can take the same link, click on the link, it will take you to the result, right? It will take you to the result. Whenever you find if you want to find your name, just you can type your username here, right? You can just type your username and find out your name. Click on your username, it will take you to your card. Now let's say mama onna Onet to click karna. I click on Onet. You can see the Onet's card. It shows you how many matches that he has played, with whom he has played, and what are the ratings, right? What are the colors he had played? What are the results? I think most important thing is here, if you are, if you all need to win, for the improved players, look at the number of matches you win. Winning rate is very important, right? Make the number of points you have earned. It is more important the number of games that you have won. Sorry. With the games you have participated. Like this player has won 70% of games. It's a good winning rate. It's a good winning rate. And the performance rating is again important. Right now, this Onet is having a lightest rating of 1500 and there's a question mark. So it's not specified. But in the last tournament, he has played really well. His performance is 1727. So it's a good performance rate, right? Make on the performance rate. Let's say if you want to check a game, let's say now Onet wants to check the game with Sasindu. Go and click the Sasindu's game. Okay, when you click the Sasindu's game, it will take you to the game, right? It will take you to the game. And there's a button too on that which we say the analyze button. Make it up again, analyze button, which will show you the best move perhaps you would have done. Analyze button. Make it what a current best move to pen. Right? You can check your games by your own. Okay, I have clicked the analyze button. Now I'm going to check my game. Right? See, let's say I'm on it. But if you want to further see about your mistake, can go down here. There's a place, compute analysis, move times, cross table, FEN, TGA. They're making up it important. The number one, compute analysis is very important, right? You can go to compute analysis, click for a request for a compute analyze. Then the lightest analyzes your game. Like how the maker running, this computer is analyzing your game and it finds all your mistakes. Yeah, mistakes and it shows you a draft. It shows you a draft where the white was better, where the black was better. See, it was actually this game was better for black for a long time. And it shows you the parts of the game, opening game, middle game, end game, and it shows you all these parts. And it shows you the number of bad moves you have done. See, it says you have done 6 bad moves. Blunders, very bad moves. Mistakes, you have done 3 mistakes. Inaccuracies, which means when you had a better move, you made something else. So make up it, api karapu naraka moves, api karapu varadi monada, apita hondu move ekak tiyedi api mona hari karapu varadi. Finally, it says the average centipoint loss. Average centipoint loss is something happens with the pawn structure, right? It's kind of advanced thing. Let's say if your average centipoint loss is 100, average centipoint loss like 100 now, it means you are 1 pawn behind. You are 1 pawn behind to the other player. If it is 200, you are 2 pawns behind your opponent. You can make average centipoint loss like a siyak puno. ඔය අනික් ළමයට වඩා pawn කෙනෙක් අඩුවෙන් ඉන්නවා වගේ තමයි පේන්නේ. ඒක තමයි ගන්නෙ. right? Measurement එක. Let's forget this and let's come to the game right now. Okay. You click on the move. It will show you the moves that you have done and what are the moves you could have actually yes. With the green arrow you can see, right? With these green arrows, it suggests the move to play, right? Making up it okay now for another. If you want to learn from your mistakes, if you let's say then if someone wants to click on the mistakes, click on learn from your mistakes, it will teach you how you would have corrected them. But මේව දැම්ම ගොඩාක් deep හිතන්න යන්න එපා because we don't know how to play a proper game yet. We just know how to play the movements, most of you, right? Then අපේ වැඩි දිනෙක දාන්නේ මොකද්ද? අපේ වැඩි දිනෙක දාන්නේ just to play the movements. We don't know how to play for a win. අපි දිනන්න සෙල්ලම් කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා දන්නේ නැහැ. There are some සමහර අය ඉන්නවනේ. There are some students who knows how to kind of play for a win, but most of our students, we still learn how to play. We only know the movements and we don't have proper plan to win, but doesn't matter. This will be okay within few days, right? Because when we learn the lessons, we'll be able to catch up with these stuff, right? Because I'm not going to talk about these lights every day, right? From on next week, we will actually check some games and further play, further actually do more lessons, right? So this is how you play and you can check for your mistakes, right? This will show you a bit of summary of your, kind of a summary of your game, right? And in the today's tournament, okay, and in each and every game, okay, 1 second, I forgot to show something, right? In each and every game that you play, whenever you lose the game, there's a minus point. See, the rating deducts. If you win a game, the rating increases. Game එක දිනුවොත් rating එක වැඩි වෙනවා. Game එකක් පරදුනොත් rating එක අඩු වෙනවා. So there's a thing like this. And in the today's one, there's a bonus. But mama other tournament එකේ I have put a little bonus. One that last week you can see there were no berserks, no steaks. These are 2 options that I can actually on to get to some extra points. Maybe on karo to what extra points sambe. Today I have on that. Let's say for the steaks, Mulima steaks, if you continuously win games, you get bonus. Like continuously you get 4 points for the 3rd game. And if you win consistently, you keep getting 4 points, right? And the berserk, which means it's an option, right? It's an option. You can actually put that on. You have to select this option. Berserk is something that you can on. Before you start a game, hammer game I'm calling. මෙහෙම පොඩි symbol එකක් තියෙනවා like a man teared into 2 parts. මේව මිනිස්සෙක්ව දාලා තියෙනවා and it's teared into 2 parts, right? මේ මෙයාව දෙකට කඩලා වගේ තියෙනවා, right? if you click on this man, this will deduct your time. Let's say if you are getting 3 minutes and you click on the berserk button, you get only 1.5 minutes, right? Make a click karo thought hambene vilawa bhagaya, and you won't get any additional time. Additional time ek hambenne naha. But if you somehow win, having this little time and you win, you get a bonus. එතකොට 2 නෙමෙයි ඔයාලට 3 points හම්බෙනවා. හරිද? 2 නෙමෙයි instead of 2 you get 3 points. And when you were in a streak point එකකුත් තිබිලා and you put a berserk, you get 5 points for a match. හරිද? It's a risky option, but if you want you can check these things, right? But I'm saying if you when you are new, don't try all these stuff. I saw yesterday that Dunal, he actually used to play lots of chess. He knows how to do this. He had played more matches. I don't remember the number of games. So, but he has done lots of berserking and putting streak point. He got plenty of marks with that. So the ones who know these stuff will get the higher points in the first few days. Don't worry. If you are new to this, right? Don't worry, because the others are the ones who are old or who are familiar with this will win easily at the first phase of these tournaments. අපි මේක මුණමස් කරන්න පටන් ගත්ත මුල් කාලේදී අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මේක පුරුදු ළමයි දිනනවා. But after some days it will be okay, it will come to a level, right? So they won't be able to win that easily after some time. ටික මාස දෙක තුනක් ගියාම අනික් ළමයින්ට ගොඩක් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, let me take I have lots of questions that I was actually ignoring all the questions. I was clarifying this, right? Now I will take the questions. This is can't find the name. To play in the tournaments now, whenever you go click on the link, it will join you to the tournament. We have 46 already, right? Wait a second. I will adjust the tournament a little bit. My tournament poddak adjust karna. I'll put it to 7:30. You will have to refresh the pages. Tournament adjust kara. So better you refresh, right? Tournament එක මම adjust කරලා හින්දා tournament එක ළඟ තියෙනවා මෙහෙම refresh කියලා button එකක්. Press the refresh button. It will update with the new time. And some have actually put the tournament link for several times. I can't find out the questions. Okay. Right. The passcode, I have put that off. And you can't change your usernames. Dulansa, you can't change your username. For this, you will have to make a new account, right? Right. For now, you can use any username, but something with the name. Sensadi. If you go to the link, if you have an account, you can join. Actually, I'll answer you verbally. I'll get your question. Okay, now I will actually unmute you, right? I'll get the question one by one. Right? And this again, Sensadi. No. Yes, Sensadi, I think you don't have an account, right? Let's see. Okay. Hurry. I'll unmute you all so that you can ask your questions. I'll get the sharkiest question first, and next one by one you can ask the questions. Hurry, I'll take the sharkiest one first. Yes, Shakir.
Excuse sir. I'm
yes,
sorry,
Tavindu.
sir.
Fine, Tavindu.
I want to ask one thing, sir.
Yes, Tavindu.
Now I'm playing the games. When I'm playing, sir, sometimes I don't understand. Sometimes the game stops immediately.
Game stop, which means it becomes a draw or what? It says back to tournament, right?
No, it says black is victorious or white is victorious. My time is also not run out. I don't understand what's happening.
Maybe you might have run out from the time.
Yes, in my computer they showed that I have 1 minute and they said black is victorious. I don't understand.
Right.
There is no out in the king also.
No, it happens because if you lose the time, you lose. I mean, if the time finishes, you lose the game. That is what
Not
has
the
that is what has
not the
happened.
time, sir. Not the time, sir. I had 1 minute, okay, sir. And
Are
then
you
suddenly it stopped in 1 minute.
maybe you get checkmated, right?
No,
Maybe
sir.
We have particular
you
time.
know
No,
now
sir.
let's say you have 4 minutes, right? You have 4 minutes, and if the time becomes, whose time actually finishes first, will lose. And the other thing, right? The other thing that your opponent checkmates you. But if both these things hasn't happened, so there's none other way that you can lose a game here, right? For if let's say if something happens like this, you can just better take a screenshot, right? Unless your time finished or either you didn't got checkmated, take a screenshot and forward it to me in WhatsApp, right?
Okay, sir.
Yes, chalk here. Yes, who is it?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir, I have a question.
I'll get Sharkis one first. Yes, Sharkis.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, when I'm logging, I got some like pictures to choose a car, like boats. Then
No, it comes when you register. Sharky, it comes when you register. Not to log in. Do you already have this account, Sharky?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, then all. No, wait a second. We'll do like this. Wait a second. Let's do like this. Wait a second. Right. The ones who have already joined the tournament, right? Then already tournament join and they don't have any questions to ask, they better leave the meeting right now. So the others who are with the questions will remain. එතකොට ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා විතරයි ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ. හරිද? ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැති අය ඒගොල්ලෝ මේ මීටින් එකෙන් left වෙන්න දැන් මීටින් එකෙන් leave වෙන්න ඒගොල්ලන්. So they have like 9 minutes for the tournament, so you can wait for 9 minutes and play, right? So you don't have, if you don't have any issues to ask, you better leave the meeting right now. So the ones who have questions can actually freely talk with me. Okay, let's say for Shark here, right? If you have an account already, you don't have to go to register again, right? What account you just better sign into that, right? Sign into your account. If you click on the link, it will also take you to the sign-in point, right? Maybe to the tournament. Whenever it asks you to sign in, put your username and password there if you have an account. But if you don't have an account, you have to first create an account, right? Okay. I'll unmute you. Okay. Tenul, you can ask your question.
Yes, sir, I have a question.
Yes, Ashan.
Me too have a question.
Ashan. I'll take Ashan's one first. Yes, Ashan.
Sir, when we like playing, then when we try to sir, when the time is running out, there are like some students like there is a new, like I think sir has changed the settings. Like I think when the time is coming out, it is like saying sir, like it is like 9. Then if the enemy like moves, then the countdown is increasing, sir.
The timer increases.
Yes, sir. In the first game, it didn't increase, but in the from now
Second
it is like
game,
increasing.
Yes, because I have put a different time control. That's why. Last week it was 4 plus no increment.
Yes,
Today
sir,
there
is
is
like
an
when
increment.
it moves, it is not increasing. I mean, now it is.
Yesterday it was last Thursday it wasn't. Today there is
Sir,
an
it is
increment.
like advantage to the enemy because
No,
they are
let's
like
say
increasing it, like
no.
moving. Then the time is increasing.
Of course it is, right? Now let's
like
say no, the test is actually, let's say we have two persons having 3 plus 2 at the beginning. Both of them were kind of getting time, right? Well, let me actually, yes. Okay, wait a second. Well, I'll have to answer Sean's question first, otherwise, right? Now, let's say there are two students, A and B, right? Both have got 3 plus 2, and the one player was kind of winning from the time, right? One player was going to win from the time. He has 2 minutes. The other person only has 1 minute, right? Or maybe just 10 seconds, right? 10 seconds, but the other one who's having 2 minutes. But it could be, like the A player has no pieces, less pieces more time, B player can have more pieces and less time. So we still say the one who with the more pieces is the better player. So it is of course an advantage. The more, the person who's better, who's with more pieces might get a chance to win with the chess purposes, not with the time, right? The appropriate way to win the chess game is with the game, not with the time, right? Now in one's perspective, you might think that it's a disadvantage. You have less pieces because you played faster and you have more time, right? But opponent didn't play fast. He had more pieces, but he's now running out of time. You are going to win, but this person who has more pieces right now will play faster. And then it will increase the time. So that was the point that Shan was saying. So Shan thinks that is a disadvantage, but I think the one who has actually more pieces might get an equal opportunity to fight with you, right? So in all the appropriate chess games now, in all the games that you have to play in nationals or internationals, you have this time control. What is it? With an increment. Now in Sri Lanka we do these online national circle. We give them 15 minutes plus 10-second increment. So if you are going to lose from the time, you get more times. If you play moves faster, you get time increment. So this is the way it goes. So don't worry. They make it a hurdu. You have to get adapted to this kind of matches and situations, right? Okay, let me take the next question. So the ones who are already in the tournament can leave the meeting, right? Okay. Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Sitmi, yes.
Excuse me, sir.
I'll take Sitmi's one. Sitmi.
Some sir, sometimes
Excuse
they are
me,
like
sir.
they are like increasing it, like just putting the and moving the
Excuse me,
piece.
sir.
Wait a second, Sanj. Yes, Sitmi.
Sir, I made an account. Sir, now how am I supposed to join again?
Sitmi, with the link you have in this in the Zoom meeting or in the WhatsApp, there's a link, right?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Click on that link and go to the tournament. Yes,
Excuse me,
Sanuti.
sir. Sir,
Sanuti. Yes,
sir,
you may speak.
when I check, sir, today I go from the link in morning. After that, I saw I'm in the 16th place.
Okay.
That means, so I thought it was I'm in the top 10.
No, it's not. But now we have more players. In the morning, it could be there are only few players joined to the tournament. That's why. No problem, right?
Okay.
Yes, Nikhil.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Nikhil.
Excuse me, sir. In the last week, someone unknown joined the tournament.
Yeah, there can be unknown names because they don't put the usernames yet. I saw a name like Shaggy yesterday. I won't wonder if they are Scooby-Doo today, right? Right, okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Shamira.
Sir, I have a question. Sir,
Yes, you may
now
ask him.
I have joined the tournament. So, how can I play with my player? That means, should I press scroll
No, you don't
to
have
your
to play.
player?
No, don't. You don't have to press anything. You don't have to press anything. Just remain there until the 2 minutes finish. You have a timer over here. It shows you how long there's, let's say, how many minutes for the tournament right now. It will show there's a, wait a second, this is it, right? Shamira, there's a little timer. Once this timer comes to 0, you will get you will get a partner automatically. Yes, who is it? Nimsara.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Nimsara.
Excuse me, sir.
Pawan. Yes.
When I join to the tournament, it's showing the timeout.
It's a timeout. It's a timeout for you, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, maybe you might have tried something wrong, right? It's a timeout for you, which means you have, you got restricted for some time. So how long is the timeout?
Sir, I join now for the
that
Mhm.
tournament, then it's showing your time is out.
Are you in this tournament, Sussex College Chess Practice Arena? This one?
Yes,
Your time is out.
yes.
What is it?
I said
Okay.
like getting
Usually
screenshot
it's
and
okay. Better you put me a screenshot. Now usually it says a timeout. If you let's say the for a reason, if the account got kind of suspension, what is suspension? Timeout. Let's see. Anyway, put me a screenshot. Yes, put it to my WhatsApp. Yes, Pawan. Okay.
Sir,
So
I'm not
others.
tell.
Okay. Right. Anyone who has questions can ask. Others can leave the meeting and join the tournament.
Sir, I am
Rush.
Kenuja.
Yes, Kanuja.
I can't
Sir.
join tournament.
You can't.
It tells that is coming to Gmail a link or for other that not coming. That's not coming.
Kanuja, do you have this account, Lightest account, first of all?
Sir.
Right. So with the link, you can straight away go to the tournament now. What is the device you use? A laptop.
Phone, sir.
What is it?
Phone, sir.
Phone. Kanuja, copy the link and copy this link in the WhatsApp or the Zoom meeting. Paste it in your browser and see. Others, the matches are started for the players who are already in the tournament, right? Okay. Any other questions?
I'm also not put the mail.
One.
Not fit.
Not in the tournament.
No teacher. No sir.
Pawan, what is your device? A phone, tab, or laptop?
Phone.
Okay,
Phone.
copy this link, right? Copy this link from the message. Paste it in
Excuse
your
me,
browser
sir.
and see. Yes,
Sir,
Shakya.
Sir, I am Hamidu.
Yes, Tamidu.
What is the
I play this chess and I put
Sir.
one for fun, then no
Sir.
one.
Tamidu, are link I think that's easier. What is your device? Phone, laptop, or tab?
In a laptop.
Laptop. Tamidu, once you click the link, doesn't it take you to this match?
Yes.
It takes you. Are you in this list right now? Is your name in the list? List again, okay, what's your username? I'll check. I will check. What's your username? What is your username? Senosh. Senosh, right? Senosh. You are in the match now. Senosh. Yes. Now you don't have a match right now, I think. You have played one. Oh. Okay, anyway, you are active. Let's check. Wait a second, I will just check yourself. Right, Senash, you have won the first match because the opponent didn't play. Now you will get another one. This is Senash, right? It's Samidu. You will get another one right now. So just wait here. If you have finished the game, just wait here. You will get another one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, Shakir.
Sir, I joined and when the username I'm typing, it says I have used letters, numbers, and hyphens, but and underscores. But when and the
Okay.
end, it's coming.
You can't use those, right?
Underscores and hyphens are not allowed. So
All
I
right.
can't join.
No, don't put the underscore. Then just put a name. So just let's say you can just put Candy or the PRG number, no spaces, and don't put any spaces, right? And put your name, right? It doesn't allow you to register the account, I think. Just put the branch name, PRG number without no spaces, no symbols, anything. Branch, PRG number, and your name. Then it will be okay. Right. So the others, let's try to play the tournament. We'll stop for today and we'll discuss with the other issues in the next day. Okay, good night.